Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sam, and today we're going to be doing this Stratascratch question. It's with SQL, and it is called Premium versus Premium. And this is classified as a hard question, and it's been asked by Microsoft. Uh, by the looks of that Microsoft tag right here. And this is a data engineering scientist, BI analyst, data analyst, machine learning engineer type of question. So we're provided with three tables, and the question reads, find the total number of downloads for paying and non-paying users by date. Include only records where non-paying customers have more downloads than paying customers. The output should be sorted by the earliest date first and contain three columns date. Okay, so the first thing is first, let's actually copy this and put this up here, and let's break down the question one by one. And I always recommend that, breaking down the question and understanding the question, then looking at the data set. So find the total number of downloads for paying and non-paying users by date. That's part one. Include only records where non-paying customers have more downloads than paying customers. And the last part, the output should be sorted by earliest date first. Okay, now let's take a look at the output. So that's the date, number of non-paying downloads, non-paying customer downloads, number of paying customer downloads. Awesome. And now let's preview the rest of the data set. And I love this about Stratascratch. The fact that they let you preview without writing the query to see the data set is so helpful. It's actually amazing. So these are the three data sets. So we have the user, the account ID, and account ID here, whether they're paying or not right here. And then we have user ID and the number of downloads. Okay, so just by the looks of this, we can use the account ID from the first table to connect it to the second table to see if they're paying or not. And then we can use the account ID on the first table and connect it with the last table to see how many downloads they had and on what date. So let's actually join all of the tables first. I think that's a good place to start. So this is the first table, and we'll alias this MUD. I'm just grabbing the first letter of each table and aliasing like that. And we'll do a join with this table, M80, and then we'll do on MUD dot, I think it was account underscore ID, I believe. MUD dot, yeah, account ID and account ID. Okay, equals MAD dot account underscore ID, and then we'll join that last table, which is MDF. MDF join on, and then we're going to use MUD dot user underscore ID equals MDF dot user underscore ID. Now let's take a look at the output. So they want us to show the date, non-paying, paying, so on and so forth. So before we do that, we'll grab the date. So let's grab the date from the last column, and that's named date. So it's going to be MDF dot date, comma, and we're going to do the download, so MDF dot downloads, comma, and then we'll do the user ID, and that'll be MUD dot user underscore ID, comma, and then if they're paying or not, and that will be MAD dot paying underscore customer. Awesome. So now we can look at this. Hold on. So it's MDF dot date. We connected it with the user ID, let's run this one more time. Oh, so we forgot to assign the alias. There we go. Now it should work. There we are. Okay, so now we have the number of downloads, the user ID, and whether they're non-paying or paying. Now we don't even need the user ID because that's not in the output, so we could actually remove that. And we'll have the date, downloads, and whether they're paying or not. And essentially what we need to do is get the number of downloads for each type of customer. So if they're paying, not paying, and group it by the date. So what we'll do is we'll make a CTE. And then now what we'll do is we'll do select from CTE. And here is where things get a little bit complicated. So I'll try to go slow. So we'll go date. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to get the sum of downloads for each type of customer. So sum case when paying underscore customer equals no. Then we'll sum the downloads else null end as non-paying customers. And I'll explain it. So let me just do that last one. Yes. Okay. And all right. So let me explain what we have so far. So essentially this is saying we're going to grab the date, then we're going to sum the number of downloads when the paying customer says no, is no, when that value is no, and we're going to call this non-paying. So this is the sum of downloads for non-paying customers, and we can even make this 0 since we're doing sum as non-paying customers, and we're going to do the exact same thing for those paying customers. Now what we need to do is we need to group by date, right? And then the next one, right, it says right here, find the total number of downloads paying and non-paying. So we've done that. Include records where non-paying customers have more downloads than paying customers. So what we'll have to do is use a having. So it says non-paying customers have more downloads than paying customers. So we'll grab this and this. So essentially when the downloads for this are more than the downloads for this. And what else is there? The output should be sorted by the earliest date first. So that means we're going to have to do an order by date, ascending. And I think that is it. Yeah, so let's run this. Okay, what's the issue? All right, so there's a spelling error right here. There we are. Now we have them right here. Now let's compare it to the output. So 15, 14, 15, 14, 45, 9, 10, 7, 32, 17. The dates are right. 21, 18, 17, 16. Perfect. The title is right. So let's submit. And we got it right. I hope you guys enjoyed. And thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.